some of the stars you dated when you were the great beauty of the screen? Did you go out with other stars?
Let me see. I don't think I went out with the motion picture stars so much. Most of the stars that I worked with were married, like Conrad, you know. He was a charming chap. He was married. And Burt Littell, of course, I went out with and married him. And I knew many of them. You know, it's hard for me to remember all the pictures I made. And one picture I made that I think was a thriller. It was called Nellie, the Beautiful Cloak Model. They just about killed me twice in that picture.
Goldwyn film, right?
Yes, I was with the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer at that time. And Edmund Lowe was my leading man. He's out at the motion picture home now. Quite ill, I understand. And, I think I made another picture with Edmund. His wife, Lillian Tashman, was also in that picture as a model. But they set fire to the building. We were doing it was the last scene, really. I think they saved it for last in case we did burn up. And they put kerosene in vitro. Is it vitro? On furniture, and then they set fire to it, and we were in the very back. I was modeling in the negligee of some kind. And
you were Nellie.
I was Nellie. And the place caught fire, and Edmund Lowe was a taxi cab driver. He was my beau. And he saw this fire, and he came rushing through all the flames to get me, and he'd pick me up in his arms to carry me through the flames. And my coat caught on fire, and we were really lucky to get out alive. They had the fire department there, and they kept running after me, and I kept running because I thought I was burning up. They finally threw a wet blanket over me, and then they took me to the hospital because I was scorched a little bit. And the next day, I think it was, I had to leave for Africa. So I had to be in good condition and not have any burns on me. But I really thought I was going to be burned alive.
Whom do you see from the old days now? You live here in Hollywood. You must run into some of them.
Well, about a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, Mr. Ulrich sent me an invitation to attend the opening of his studio. He took over an old studio that I thought I had never heard of before, and it was on Occidental Boulevard, sort of in the heart of town, not really in Hollywood. And I accepted. He named the different people who were going to be there, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun to see them again. And he mentioned in the letter Conrad Nagel and Billy Dove. She didn't happen to be there, I don't think, while I was there, because I had to leave early. I had a sit-down dinner party to go to. But I did arrive, and they took, I'd never seen so many cameras in all my life. I think everybody there had a camera. I don't believe it was for the news so much as it was private citizens, you know, being there to take pictures of the old-timers. And we were all introduced, and Fifi Dorsey was there, and Betty Blythe, and Betty Bronson, Jack Mulhall. I've left out several, I'm sure, but it was quite a gathering, and they had several councilmen there, which was fun to meet. I don't remember the names, but I did expect to see the mayor there. He should have been there, you know. He generally appears at all of these functions, unless he arrived after I left. But it was kind of fun. And I found out that when I got there, my past caught up with me. I remembered playing extra at that studio, just one day's extra work, in 1919 when I first came out here.
How much were you paid then for that extra work?
$5 a day, and I had to ride on the streetcar to get there. And do you know who the director was?
No.
William Desmond Taylor. I didn't know him then, but I thought, isn't he a handsome man? I didn't know much about him, but it was about 2 years later that I had the pleasure of meeting him at this dinner party that turned out so tragically for him. About 3 nights later, as I told you. But I don't know, I've enjoyed my life so much, and I had a thrilling experience in New York. It was about 1930. I was back there for the summer, and I was on a yacht that sank out in Long Island Sound. And I can't swim in a narrow, shallow pool. I would sink right to the bottom in a pool. I don't know why, whether... I think there's something about taking a deep breath and having a lot of air in your lungs if you're under the water, and that will keep you up. But I just gulped in the whole ocean. But I managed to get a life preserver on me, and I was rescued by the other boat that hit us. And we lost a sailor. He was drowned. But I'm the only one that had a life preserver on. But the captain was letting the owner of the boat steer the boat, and he was talking to the captain. He wasn't paying any attention to where he's going, and it was at night. And I saw this boat coming right toward us, and I said, "Look out, there comes another boat." And when he turned and saw this boat, he steered the boat right in the path of it, and it hit us right in the middle, and this boat sank immediately within 3 or 4 minutes. And the captain says, "Hurry up, we're sinking, get the life preservers." And I'm the only one that got one on, and I really finally saved the life of the owner of the boat, because he didn't have one on, and it was a little bit tighty. It had too many drinks, and he had no business steering the boat. The captain shouldn't have given the wheel over to him, you know. But he was an awfully nice chap. I was sorry to see him drink. I was told that if I ever saw him drunk, I'd never want to see him again, and that was true. I never did see him again.